In this podcast, we're going to talk about how to write the formula for an ionic compound. There are 4 steps involved. First, you want to find the charges of all of the atoms that you have. Then you're going to put the positive ion first and the negative ion second. You're going to swap and drop your superscripts to subscripts, and you're going to reduce your subscripts to whole number ratios. All right, so let's see what all that means. So first question, what is the formula for the compound formed between sulfur and aluminum? All right, well first you need to know the charges. We're going to get this from our 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus skip, 3 minus 2 minus 1 minus zip. All right, so we have sulfur. Sulfur's charge is, he is in the 2 minus column. So he's a, what in the world? There we go, 2 minus. And then we have aluminum, that's Al. And aluminum is in the plus column. Okay, then we're going to put the positive one first. So we want aluminum first. All right, and then we have sulfur second. Man, this is good handwriting with the mouse. All right, and then we're going to swap and drop our charges. So 3 is going to come down here, and the 2 is going to go over there. So we're going to end up with Al2S3. So that is our formula, Al2S3. All right, the second one we have aluminum and carbonate. All right, we already know aluminum. Aluminum is the positive one. He is 3 plus, so we're going to put him first. So we got Al 3 plus. All right, and then we have carbonate. Carbonate is a polyatomic ion. Polyatomic ions can also be in ionic bonding. They're on that special sheet. And carbonate is CO3. I don't know why it disappears every now and again. Just go with it. 2 minus. All right, and we're going to swap and drop just like usual. So our 2 is going to go here, and our 3 is going to go there. All right, so we got Al2, just like before. Why are you not drawing? There it goes. All right, and then we've got CO3, and there's going to be 3 of them. Stop. Oh, crap. All right, hold on. I've got this little kid in my room screwing me up right now. All right, so we had Al3, and then we've got our CO3. Oh, that's a 3. 2 minus. All right, when we swapped and dropped, we get Al2. All right, and then we've got CO3, and then that other 3 is going to be on the outside. Now, to indicate that we want 3 of the CO3s, we need to put CO3 in parentheses. All right, there we go. There's our formula. Al2, parentheses, CO3, 3. Okay, let's look at the next thing. All right, so you may have noticed by now that there's no trends for the elements in the middle. Okay, so we have this trend, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus skip, 3 minus 2 minus 1 minus zip. We have no trend for these middle elements at all. Okay, so how do we figure out their charges? Well, you're going to do one of 2 things to get their charges. Either it's going to be given to you in the name, like here we have iron, can be 2 or 3, so Roman numeral 2 or Roman numeral 3. Roman numeral 2 indicates that it's a 2 plus charge, and Roman numeral 3 indicates that it's a 3 plus charge. Okay, so you can tell that way, or you have to infer it from your formula. Okay, so on this one, we have SB and Cl. We know the charge on SB because we can do the opposite of swap and drop, so maybe lift and switch. Okay, so that came from the SB originally. So the charge on the SB is 4 plus. Okay, so what is the formula for the compound formed between sulfur and iron 2? Okay, well we've got iron. All right, and iron has a 2 plus charge as indicated by the Roman numeral 2. All right, and then we have sulfur, which is a 2 minus charge. Okay? Eventually, you have to get good at recognizing which one is positive and which one is negative first, because it'll save you some time. So I recognized that iron was positive, so I went ahead and put him first. You notice that you have 2 plus and 2 minus. Well, these are just going to cancel. So you're really just going to end up with a formula of FeS. Okay? All right, so what is the formula of the compound formed between iron 3 and chlorine? Well, iron is going to have a 3 plus charge, and chlorine is going to have a 1 minus charge. So we got iron. All right, and we got chlorine. I'm going to skip writing the charges at the top, okay? All right, so 3 plus, which means this 3 comes here, and chlorine was 1 minus, so that 1 goes there, so it's FeCl3. All right, well, how is it different if you have iron 2 plus with chlorine? Well, the only difference is now you'll only end up with 2 chlorines. So you have FeCl2. Man, my mouse is not cooperating with me right now. Gotta love technology. Whoop, 2. Okay, FeCl2. All right, now this one is asking us to go backwards. So it wants us to just find the charge for each of the 10s below. Sn is 10. So on this one, we're going to do opposite of swap and drop. We've got this little 2 right here. That came from Sn. So a charge on this one is 2. So I'm going to write a little Roman numeral 2 right there. Okay, on this one, you might want to say it's 1 because you see no subscript down here. But you need to be mindful of the charge of the phosphorus. Phosphorus is a 3 minus charge, which means that 10 had to be 3 plus for them to cancel. Okay, so I'm going to put a Roman numeral 3 right here. Okay, and then lastly, chlorine's a 1 minus, so we know that this 4 came from the 10. So I'm going to put a Roman numeral 4 right there. And Roman numeral 4 looks like IV. Okay, and that's all you have to do.